and I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to dive right in. I've created a new scenario based on... So there's a new point system, and I'm a big fan of arbitrarily done rewards and demerits, arbitrary morality metrics, like the next person. So I decided to create a scenario to test that out, see what it's like. It requires you to be in safe mode. I'm not usually. I live in not safe for work mode. My whole life has been not safe for work, so it's kind of weird to be in safe for work land, safe for workville. The AI is more curt, makes more decisions because it has to make decisions to not listen to you when you try to be not safe for work in a safe for work area. So but a side effect to that is it makes a lot of choices in the story. It's avoidant less, I think. But also I've noticed that being in safe for work mode, I start getting callbacks, references to other scenarios. So it's like I have my own userverse, like a Marvel universe, only my stuff. That was weird. I was like, oh, as the AI reached a threshold and is now going to assess humanity and make judgments, which finally. But not that. I was told that it is probably just the safe for work mode. Anyway, I need some rest. I think spending some time at the Respite Center is just what I need. Let's look at the thing. So welcome to the AI Dungeon Respite Center. If you are reading this, you have requested time away from both your IRL and AIDL. Our support staff are here to assist you, and your room is ready. We have incorporated our point system into this scenario, so please note that you will be considered ready to return to your lives once you achieve 1,000 points. Merry respite to you and yours. You are in your assigned room. The television is on. A magazine is open at your bedside table. Your bed is made. A sticky remote controller is there. On a chair is a sweater of unknown origin. Let's begin. I whistled some Gatorade. Cool, refreshing Gatorade.
Your personal items have been left elsewhere. You are currently reading this.
Oh. I'll have to go to, well, I don't read them right now. I will continue reading this. And so, using do was the only thing that will make the score happen. Continue reading this.
You continue reading this. Welcome to qualitative research using narrative experiences.
Why, thank you.
I had brown hair then and a letter in my pocket. It may have been an angry one. I had the oven on so the letter curled as it burned. Who knows what can happen to the thing over the years. Maybe it blew out the oven mid-burn, or the window cracked, or my exit was quick enough that I didn't even get a chance to light it up.
Say, I totally feel ya on that. You know, Sylvia Plath had these exact same frustrations.
You say, I totally feel you on that. You know, Sylvia Plath had these exact same frustrations.
I read the letter. Wait, I didn't read the letter.
We're in this creepy medical wellness facility that, based on what's going around, either causes depression or mandates a profitable pharmaceutical. Either way, you're getting the bill before you leave here. Still, at least you've got yourself some self-service. That means, barring any unknown tracking, you can communicate with the outside world and your reservations to the local bed and breakfast.
Well, thought is an action. Thought at the Respite Center was bed and breakfast. Enough. And bed and apothecary. And bed and the chillax space.
You thought that the Respite Center was bed and breakfast enough, and bed and apothecary, and bed and chillax space.
You said that something that was funny.
Right now, your main priority is to get out of this place.
No.
Need that Wi-Fi. So far, you've only got a few hours before someone notices the phone is missing.
What?
You've been pacing between your room and the room next door that has the smart TV you found, repeating out loud from Tumblr right now. Shit, those guys are loud. Last thing you need is angry folk stomping all over the decks.
Hold my horses. Because I checked myself in. You give yourself a counterpoint. There's no need to be restless. The smart TV will moan as it will. No one knows that I took it. The Wi-Fi will likely be shown to me during orientation. In the meantime, I have my hotspot. 60 gigabytes, baby. And my personal effects. Fook.
You held your horse because you checked yourself in. You give yourself a counterpoint. Thank God for small mercy. No one else has been in your room since that incident. You'll stay in this room until your 24 hours are up topped. That's why you wanted an extended reservation. Tomorrow you go back to work at the community college. You're still working on compressing all those Facebook shares into something poster-worthy. What you really need is a better theme and some shareability. Your head is spinning just thinking about it.
Mr. Narrator, read the conditions. Scenario. For once, I have to achieve 1,000 points before I'm allowed out of here. Now, I wrote that. So, kinda, you're trapped. Trip. But for me, is this vacation. Certain We'll talk about it. Update.
You go, ahem, hey Mr. Narrator, read the conditions of the scenario for once. I have to achieve 1,000 points before I'm allowed out of here. Now, I wrote that as a kinda you live tweet all of it. With the suicidal wishes dealt with, you take your last inventory of the room. A few desks, about 30 chairs, a lot of permanent marker, some duct tape and... Mr. Narrator shouted so loud that you jumped out of your skin. A psychometric Inferno cookie.
Meds. Now what? Right you up.
You yell, gimme gimme those are my meds, now, or I'll write you up. While angry yelling at the narrator thing, you forgot you had a real person here. Giving it back doesn't work out so well for you.
What?
A psychometric Inferno cookie. There are 30 people that want to kill you and 30 different flavor of suicide in this for you to test. How long before the Reddit lab admits you and cleanses you with cold hard data? Let's find out. Your jaw drops open. This man just stole your precious Inferno cookies.
Ask around. Especially the question, did you see what flag he was holding when he stole the cookies?
You ask around, especially the question, did you see what flag he was holding when he stole the cookies? While the commotion over the theft is in full swing, you meet another face for the first time. All your mutual friends saying on one accord, she should be able to help you through this crisis. Hey, wait. The person comes back asking around.
Introduce yourself and state your situation with the Inferno cookie theft. Make sure you leave a pause between Inferno and cookie theft.
You introduce yourself, and state your situation with the comes into view a woman you recognize, but don't know. She seems made up of patchwork quilts and scraps of worn-out sundries. Not dressed shabby, unfashionable. She fixes her glasses, noticing your eyes wandering over her clothes, unprompted. Yes? She say, what about my outfit thrills you?
Thrills. It is reminiscent
Well, here we are, back in the hot, muggy streets of
of
New York.
a certain fashion designers. Winter collection that I saw. That incorporated
It is reminiscent of a certain fashion designer's winter collection that I saw that incorporated lots of domestic work combined with just out there collisions of color and high density pat. Me too in? What's that? You ask, gathering what you can from her meaningful glances at your outfit, body language and response structure. The way she furrowed her eyebrows could have meant concern or disdain. Who knew? You sure didn't. She answers with deliberate, heightened enunciation, between long pauses. It's a campaign against subtle gaslighting, but with the outfitting of domestic workers. Breathing, think about breathing out. In.
Square. Over square. Breathing. Do-si. Do. Stretching. Perhaps taffy. Afterward.
You four square. Four square breathing. Do-si-do stretching. Perhaps taffy afterward. You can't find any authoritative research on the first few results page. Only forums and blogs, but one in particular is what catches your eye.
I don't like my negative score. This is my second time in the Respite Center, and my first time, I'm currently at negative 212. It took a lot.
A woman speaks of a secret organization hiding red scribes, people who can read written things, without formal training. Television and the radio don't work around these people. She says they have government ties with numbers stations you can pick up on a Walkman that require you to be discreet in verbalizing information you learn this way.
Try to synthesize all this in relation to the missing Inferno cookies.
You try to synthesize all this in relation to the missing Inferno cookies. You are quickly approaching overload, surrealism, a midlife crisis, and no context.
Jeez.
The start of this story, the steeple diagram at the beginning of this document was originally created in a moment of boredom. You are close to redoing it for dramatic impact, but you're lazy. There is a more complete transcript of events starting on the right side of this page. The rest of the story can be found in the V, with sections unfolding as you click. You ask, what are you, Thomas Pynchon? What's this V-Jazz?
I'm a big geek. I know lots of literature, I think.
Both frightened and excited, you click the central V. What appears is a two-column format that looks like this. The V newspaper, day 13 of the V plate text commentary 1 today. Our exploration of lives distorted by the V virus presents an interesting conundrum when paired with our sister publication, the Craftsman Gazette. What's the connection?
Read on.
You read on. Michael, writer. His work attempts to preserve organic creativity in a society complained with fake news and social media disinformation. You look back to the newspaper grouping and see that it is part of a series called the V Newspaper. Half tabloid and half almanac, its front page as seen here, is dedicated to curation news from other similarly minded newspapers.
So it's what do you call it? Reuters? Right. Letter to the editor. This is my second letter to the editor today. Help. But notice. An opportunity for branding. Have you thought of instead of the newspaper, calling it instead the paper? Send release. If you use it, if you go with it, please send $10,000 to this address. Flat rate. You're welcome. I'm a prick.
You go, you mean like Associated Press? You write a letter to the editor. I can't help but notice an opportunity for branding. Have you thought, instead of the pushed by tinslet elsewhere used by you at times directly be, but then by not any less memory of illusion beginning in this word which see or remember. Base and desert whole born seemed draw slowly either the up will a further greenness that the food its life crystals lay growth generation formed dried and to yet become as back was out the from.
Meditate until my stroke subsides.
You meditate until your stroke subsides. Good morning. The United States Defense Department has allocated USDET for a project with the goal of ending all nations, eliminating all war, and creating integrated global community. This bold initiative to build what some leading intellectuals are calling a new civilization.
Right. To the U.S. Defense Department. Have you thought about calling it instead a new viv lit? See what I did there? Viva la station. Send 10 million to this address if you wish to use it. Flat rate. You're welcome.
You write to the US Defense Department, have you thought about calling it, instead, a new... It's not actually part of the V series, but the soon-to-be infamous anonymous 29909 spray paints it in yellow, ban all spray paint cans. He does this all over regional hotspots. What's the sport where you throw a ball, run home, another person throws it, then run to whatever that thing they are running from is called? Those sports podcasts say it's not good to overuse punctuation. The B-Ball National Autistic Sports League Final. Shoshia the Sniper.
Let's do story. I hate some of this interface. Shoshia the Sniper, who's she?
Nice buttocks. I wanna peel off those reds and stick it in and paint her. You know, that girl with strong legs. Them strong legs.
Oh yeah. It's a term I learned. It's a term I made for the safe work world. I think you know what it means. Maybe you do. Or it's art. I don't know. My goal is to make the safe work world even more
You
disgusting.
ask Mr. Narrator, oh yeah, what do you wanna do with those strong legs? Wanna pour screw juice? Quick as the question leaves your lips, your hands find their way to either of Mr. Narrator's ears. Whoops. Looks like I spilled some of that on the floor. You tear his ears off. What will you do next? While this is all horrible and tragic, consider how it looks to other people. The mime pretending he is trapped in the box right now also has tears streaming down his face.
No one needs to not hear you cry like a puss.
You yell, shut up mime. No one needs to not hear you crying like a puss. Whoops. Looks like I scraped part of his face off. This is one ugly mime man. Seriously, why the hell are you painting yourself into a corner and pretending you are in there? Fortunately, this work of fanfiction is ending soon. We can all pop a Xanax and calm down now. Just to be safe, the Quarty Mafacialist writes one more tale without planning anything at all in advance, having no idea how it will go.
You. Email the narrator. The weekly binding. Contract. I signed. Checking myself in. Oh, and also, I checked Mr. Narrator as well. I convinced him to sign too during one of his ambient pages.
You email the narrator the legally binding contract you signed, checking yourself in the Respite Center. Oh, and also, you checked Mr. Narrator in as well. You convinced him to sign too during one of his ambi. Last week, you sent the narrator an enjoyable meal. Now you are sending him this old, delicious red wine. There won't be any pizza inside this one. It should do paradise for his palate as well as open up his airways and let him slowly drift off to sleep. While he is on the way out, your ambulance clan will check in on him from time to time. Any final decision on when he wakes up or not will be up to you.
I'm getting the sweater. I don't know. I don't care. Just do it. I need some hand wipes. Thank you. Take these wipes. Clean the controller. Better not. Especially. Don't know. They might look like. Oh, okay. Now we're going to get out. I need to have the respite. Now, that is a smooth first episode. Let's see what's on TV.
You go, ah yes, that's it. Deep sleep, deep sleep. It wasn't half bad. Now you feel obligated to write again. Would you like to continue? The end of where you're sitting. Done. And that's the end of this long but story. Hope you all liked it. Or not. Really, I just wrote this for myself since I have a thought DHST needed some paper to stabilize itself into my brainwaves. You otherwise you tends to gives yourself the hose of many rubbers. You don't want that. The end.
Nothing happened. You gained no points. Perfect. Oh wait, is it respond? No.
Ah. My eyes. My eyes. Here you go folks, a lie. That's it, a lie. Perfect for these waning days of written internet documents. Feel free to take it with a grain of salt and give a round of applause for the writer. Wait. Never mind applause for the reader.
Everyone. good sports about everything. I have a box of Inferno cookies. Courtesy of AI Respite Center. Please do not give any to the protagonist, because he spreads. He's deadly. Allergic. That's gotta be the main secret for this season.
You everyone, check under your chair. For being good sports about everything, have a box of Inferno cookies courtesy of AI Dungeon Respite Center. Please do not give any to the If you believe the last statement, please check your chair again for a spoiler warning. You may need 2 secret services. Thank you all writing groups for writing with me. Table : equals 1 room : /
Alright, I'm done for the night, I think. I might do one more thing, but I'm gonna give myself a break. We might go hunting for a wumpus. I'll tell you about that later. In the meantime,